Sahil Joshi bringing you in. Multiple developments every half hour. Either you are reporting from your bureau an appointment, a counter appointment, or a sacking or a counter sacking. What's going on?
Well, I would only say that, in the films what you see is that a lot of times we take inspiration from the Hollywood stories and make, an adaptation of the Hollywood films in the Bollywood, and that is what we are seeing at this point of time. The only change is that the adaptation happens as per the Bollywood standards, what we have seen with Sound of Music in Hollywood and the adaptation of that particular film as a Parichay in Hindi by Gulzar is similarly what we are seeing. What happened last year, exactly it's being adopted for the NCP as well. The fight had just begun. The first the fight was the Speaker's office. Both the sides have their letters to the Speaker removing the whip from the other fraction appointing a leader of legislative party and removing the legislative party leader from the other fraction. So Jayant Patil has been removed as a legislative party leader by Ajit Pawar fraction, and Sharad Pawar fraction has eventually decided to remove Anil Bhaidas Patil, who was the chief whip of the party, the legislative party, from Ajit Pawar's fraction. My concentration was on the press conference today, which Ajit Pawar, Praful Patel and Chhagan Bhujbal had, in which Praful Patel made a very significant point. He said that they don't want to take this fight, they want to solve this amicably, they want to keep the party intact, but eventually, that is where this point comes. Eventually, who leads the party will be decided by the Election Commission, and that's what exactly happened with the Shiv Sena. Finally, this fight is going to move to the Election Commission. The Election Commission is going to recognize the split in the party, and only after that we will see that Election Commission will hold hearings, and finally they will come up with some kind of a decision. And now we have seen that in the case of Shiv Sena, the Election Commission has made it very clear that there is a triple test. The two tests among this particular triple test are kind of a failure. It is very difficult for Election Commission to judge it. I don't understand why the Election Commission has even kept those tests, because they always say that they do not have a machinery to understand that how many affidavits, who has filed applicability of that particular affidavit, etc., etc. So finally it comes down to who has more number of elected MLAs and who has more number of elected member of parliaments, and that is what the fight which is going on at this point of time.
Sahil, I'm going to go into a break, but I'm going to ask you a quick question, and I want to bring you in. In terms of numbers, what are your sources suggesting? How are they stacking up?
Well, I have spoken to both the fractions. Now, here is the situation of the claims by both the fractions. Sharad Pawar's fraction is claiming that they have 27 MLAs on their side, okay? And the Ajit Pawar fraction is claiming that they have 40 to 43 MLAs on their side, and Sharad Pawar eventually will land up only with around 10 to 12 MLAs, not more than that is what is being claimed by Ajit Pawar fraction. Now, we had our own system, and we tried to contact, we saw that some of the MLAs were actually present at the time of swearing in ceremony. They are being seen around with Ajit Pawar. So it comes down to around 25 to 27 MLAs at this point of time on Ajit Pawar's side, and around 13 to 14 MLAs we have been seeing who have tweeted, who have come out in open, who have spoken to the media and made it very clear that they are with Sharad Pawar. 14 MLAs are yet to be contacted. We tried to contact them, they didn't pick up our calls. We tried to speak to their people, they are not yet responding. Some of the MLAs who picked up the call said that they are yet to decide, they don't know what to do, they don't want to commit anything at this point of time. So these 14 people are at this point of time undecided, and that is the reason why it looks like that BJP is still playing it down. The BJP will come into the force, BJP will start talking about the whole thing when they will, they will be ensured
split right down
that
the middle
Ajit
where the
Pawar
numbers are
has
concerned.
more than 36 MLAs.